If someone is burning you in life, let them burn. Remember, whatever burns eventually turns to ashes, whether it is ego, an object, or a person. Our body is a field, and we are the farmers. Sin and virtue are seeds. The crop you sow is the crop you reap. It may sound bitter, but it's the truth. You can't open a screw with the wrong tool, so how will you succeed by working in the wrong direction? God says, do not be surprised why your dreams don't come true. The will of the courageous is never incomplete. The life of a person with good deeds is never in darkness. Before becoming a great person, try to be a better person. In life, some decisions are made by us and some by our fate. The difference is that we don't like the decisions made by fate, and fate doesn't like the decisions we make. Lord Buddha said, life improves for the one who opens their eyes before they close them. Flattery is also an art that a self-respecting person can never learn, and being self-respecting is a virtue that a flatterer can never possess. Lying may seem easy at first, but later it only brings trouble. Speaking the truth may be difficult at first, but later it only brings peace. The strange thing is that people love with love and destroy with love. Unconditional love is often for those who do not value it. Beauty is not perceived by the eyes, but by someone else's gaze. Remember, stars without currents are used to dry clothes. If you want a relationship to last, you should keep bitterness at bay. There is a strange puzzle in the lines of our palms. Success is written, but the path is not. No one respects the feelings of another. Everyone worries about relationships based on selfish motives. The person who seeks to find flaws in others is like a bee that sits only on wounds, leaving all the beautiful flowers behind. Do not worry about false accusations, but respect them. Remember, even the sun and moon go through phases. The moment you decide to help someone from the heart, that person may end up serving you from behind. A crow can suppress the sound of a cuckoo, but it cannot make its own voice sweet. Similarly, a person who defames a virtuous individual can tarnish their reputation, but can never become virtuous. Improve your small shortcomings, because even a tiny hole can sink a ship. Words do not have teeth, but when they cut, they hurt deeply. Sometimes the wounds are so deep that life may end, but the wounds never heal. So always speak sweetly in life. Keep hope alive. The people who laugh today will be the ones clapping tomorrow. Some people never meet whom we love from the heart. In life, if there is a true guide, it is experience. When a person is in pain, they are closest to God. Anyone can say, be happy, but only when someone prays for you with the heart do words become meaningful. The more you distance yourself from worldly matters, the closer you come to God's grace. Some people try to show off their wealth, but when the final moment comes, they realize their possessions are not useful. What's the use of gaining something when you can't understand love? The learning and experience you gain will be things no teacher can give you. The same people with whom you gossip about others will be the ones gossiping about you once you leave. In today's time, trying to be better than others is also a mistake. People think you are showing off. The nature of pain is such that if you express it, it seems small. If you hide it, it feels bigger. Change your perspective, my friends. In life, everyone is beautiful. Some through their actions, and some through their beauty. Believe in yourself. One day, your stories will become history. It's easy to make friends, but difficult to maintain those friendships. Adjust your mind and soul, and everything around you will become better. Responsibility has a special characteristic. It never lets you stray. It is not necessary for a person to visit a temple every day, but their actions should be such that wherever they go, it feels like a temple. In a good relationship, the investment of love and trust is like a lifelong pension of happiness and loyalty. Sometimes, a new relationship ends just as easily as an old one, as though it never existed. When your mind battles between good and bad thoughts, it depends on your values which one will win. Life is like tea. If you drink it too quickly, it burns your tongue, but if you wait too long, it loses its taste. Nature doesn't work by putting up pictures of sunrises and galloping horses. For nature, one must wake up before sunrise and work tirelessly like a horse. I cannot serve the world's ways. I am neither a deceiver nor an actor. It is not necessary to make someone your own. Whoever brings you closeness is your own. People learn to live alone when they realize that no one is there to support them. My solitude is strange. I am neither happy with anyone's arrival nor afraid of anyone's departure. There is no one to support me, no one to hold me. Neither am I anyone's, nor is anyone mine. Solitude is 100 times better than fake promises and deceitful people. How much more lonely can a person get? Today, they take selfies. Tomorrow, they will like them themselves. No matter how many wishes you fulfill, life will be complete. But this completeness will never be achieved. An attractive face and too much money often make a person very arrogant. Thank God we don't have both. Live life as long as you can, because one day it will only remain as memories. If the destination is not found, change the path, because trees change their leaves, not their roots. What you lost in life was never really yours, and what you gained was only due to God's grace. When people get upset, it's often because they are human. Memories are the treasure of life. Everything else is just temporary. Often, it's the cheapest people who come into our lives and give us the most expensive lessons. The one who has a good friend doesn't need any mirror. If you want to respect yourself, respect others too. If you have a tongue to speak, also listen with your ears. You meet God through knowledge, not through wealth. The one with a pure heart meets God. Despite the peepal tree being still standing, a couple of branches breaking doesn't uproot it. One person asked, "What is life?" Another person gave a beautiful answer, "Neither happiness nor sorrow is life. Neither sadness nor joy is life. Life is just the result of one's own deeds. The gardener waters the plants daily, but the fruits only come in season. Therefore, be patient in life. Everything happens in its own time. Keep improving daily, and success will surely come at the right time. The greatest wealth a person has is good thoughts and good morals, because wealth and power can lead anyone down the wrong path, but good thoughts and morals will always inspire good deeds. If no one understands you, don't worry. Good people and good books are never understood by everyone. I don't know whether it is my bad luck or me. I became everything for everyone, but I have no one for myself. Only those who make the right decisions in life experience solitude. To change life, one has to fight, and to make things easier, one has to understand. Let's try some solitude in life. Spread the news that money is running out, and see who stays around. Ego should never let us feel that we are wrong. An arrogant person thinks of himself as superior and others as inferior. Those who left me in my bad times, how will they return when things are good? It's better for the mirror to shatter and scatter, as cracks allow us to live, whereas hiding them kills us. When we grow older, we will live life according to our own terms. This thought from childhood now makes me laugh. The one who constantly tries to make strangers feel like family is the one who can never make his own family feel like family. Those with the best hearts often have the worst luck. No matter how sweet a wrong person speaks, they will eventually become a burden to you. And even if a good person speaks harshly, they will eventually become your medicine. Everyone desires respect, but people often forget to give it back. The past is a good time to understand life, and the future is another chance to live it. One wish for life is to make it colorful, and as for the customs, whatever we get, it's always just like a chameleon. Today, all the paths I walk are full of darkness, but it is this darkness that shows me who is truly with me. The value of words lies only in understanding their meaning. The tone matters too. Life doesn't stay with us forever, so why expect it from others? If there is balance in the body and mind, success in life is inevitable. Defeat is only for those who lose balance. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Don't ever be ashamed to start small. Those who feel ashamed never grow. Everyone who is great today was once small. I read in books that humans were once animals, and reading the news, I feel that humans are still animals. A relationship of any kind that doesn't support you in times of hardship isn't worth keeping in times of happiness. Relationships based on self-interest never last long. Relationships based on love always remain strong. I read in books that humans were once animals, and reading the news, I feel that humans are still animals. A relationship of any kind that doesn't support you in times of hardship isn't worth keeping in times of happiness. Relationships based on self-interest never last long. Relationships based on love always remain strong. Wealth brings comforts, not happiness. Happiness comes from mutual love and being with those who care for you. If comfort brought happiness, rich people would never be sad. Sometimes we should take responsibility for our own mistakes. Maybe it would prevent someone from leaving us. Relationships, like deep bonds, don't remain the same as time passes. Faces change and feelings fade. Whether relationships are like sticky tape or connections, in the end they break. And to repair them, you need to peel away the layers. Some relationships are like debts. They require repayment, not just fulfillment. Those who say, "You are the best," today will say tomorrow, "No one is worse than you." Problems don't come into our lives without reason. They come as a signal that we need to change something in our life. Hobbies should be such that you don't need to sell your self-respect to fulfill them. If power and money are your wealth, then they have an end. But if honor and respect are your wealth, they are endless. Maintain relationships with those who offer love and support when the time comes, not based on your status. Never make the mistake of thinking that a simple person is weak. Simplicity is their virtue, not a weakness. It is better to keep distance from those who have never valued closeness. No one can destroy you, you destroy yourself. Similarly, it is one's own mindset that destroys a person, not anyone else. Once, people found happiness in meeting other people. Now, people are afraid of each other. Whatever can be taken away from you, remember, it was never truly yours. People are unhappy in this world, because they consider their intellect superior to others and their wealth more than anyone else's. Some people became arrogant by pretending to be wise, while others won the world by pretending to be fools. The question is not how much can be learned, but how much can be forgotten. The house asks, why do you fight with the walls of your own loneliness? Why with your own family? There is no courage like Arjuna's, but Krishna, as a charioteer, is needed by everyone. The rules of life are like those of a big game. As soon as you touch the line of success, people start pulling you down. Everyone knows the truth, but the sad thing is that it doesn't come to them at the right time. Everything has its beauty, but not everyone can see it. The truth is so small and narrow that you have to bow your head before entering it. Keep praying. I've heard that wealth and fame don't go together. To be angry, there should be a special relationship, because anger is a very valuable thing. Not everyone can waste it. There is no greater sorrow than the deceit and betrayal of your loved ones. When we were small, we used to forget everything. The world told us to learn to respect. Now everything is remembered, and the world tells us to forget. Has anyone's life been perfect? A person always loses something to gain something. Don't let your heart be affected if someone criticizes you. There is no one in the world who is liked by everyone. The sweetness of a relationship should be measured in moderation, for if it's too sweet, it can overwhelm, and if it's too bland, it loses its taste. What love is shown after causing pain or giving importance after ignoring someone doesn't mean anything. The body desires rest, the mind desires money, and the heart desires to spend time with a loved one. I like myself. I don't care whether someone else likes me or not. Bad times come for everyone, but no one's bad time should come because of you. I've seen it when I was angry. People prefer to leave, but I don't mind. Do you know who is the most hungry for praise? Life. The more beautiful you call it, the kinder it will be to you. The more you love it, the more it will trouble you. Even after the evening falls, birds return home. The sky is vast, but they can't fly forever. Make your mind so strong that no one's behavior can disturb your inner peace. Do what you want to do without thinking about what others will say, because people will talk no matter what you do. It is people, not cats, who block a person's path. Why look for God in pilgrimage sites? He is present even where you commit sins. The nature of a person is such that they want to take and hold on to things, but let go of things that are meant to stay. Simplicity is the most valuable wealth, though not everyone wants to wear it. The most meaningful words are often the ones left unsaid. If you can, learn to stay in your heart. Pride can only exist in the mind. I was proud that many people liked me in this world, but later I realized they liked me only for their own needs. A relationship is often successful when it values the heart's feelings more than the pressures of the world. Value those who love you without any ulterior motives. In this world, fewer people care about you, while more people cause you pain. Like children, I want to be scolded, but with the condition that someone will share my sorrow. The things I've endured, I have also lost. Life would pass peacefully if some thoughts were to fade away. Not everyone is capable of everything, so don't share everything with everyone. Every person here is struggling to be happy. One day, the complaint will not be about time, but about oneself, that there was a beautiful life in front of us, but we got entangled in worldly matters. Actions knock without asking, because both the face and the path remember it. Don't be arrogant when you are respected. Don't be angry when you are insulted. And don't insult anyone when you are angry. That is the mark of being a superior human being. Life's role is not easy to play. A person has to lose themselves to hold relationships together. Only a doctor can tell whether the heart is functioning properly or not. But what is happening inside the heart, only the person can understand. Never lose hope in life, because the day you've been waiting for may be tomorrow. In life, we should also master this art. If we fight with loved ones, we should be the ones to lose. Thinking before acting is wisdom. Thinking while acting is caution. And thinking after acting is foolishness. Whatever sacred texts and scriptures exist in this world, their essence is that what you don't want for yourself, don't wish it for others. Only a strong person can forgive. A hollow person burns in the fire of revenge. During struggles, no one comes close, and after success, no one needs to be called. Passion makes you do what you cannot do. Courage makes you do what you want to do, and experience makes you do what you must do. When the breath breaks, a person dies once, but when the bond breaks, a person dies repeatedly. Love never ends. It only grows, sometimes as peace, sometimes as pain. Suddenly, I felt a deep pain, and then I realized that all pain comes from that one feeling. Everyone changes, some in bad times and others in good times. Honest people may be unaware of lies, but dishonest people are aware of the truth. A person who is broken inside is of no use to anyone outside. What people call life is merely the passing of time. True life is measured in depth, not in length. Complaints also deserve respect, but this is not something that happens with everyone. Some strangers have accepted me as their own, while some people I considered my own turned out to be indifferent. Sometimes loneliness gives peace when we have nothing left to lose. The wise talk only in two situations: when they are old or when they have seen bad times at a young age. I have seen many people without clothes, and I have seen many clothes that lacked humanity inside. Don't worry too much. Even moments that seem impossible to pass eventually do. Now, when I find happiness, I fear that I may have to pay a price for it. When there's so much to say, a person often remains silent, and those who enjoy silence no longer speak when they feel it. An ignorant person doesn't understand themselves or others, but they always try to teach. A wise person understands themselves and others, but doesn't try to teach. Whenever you feel unrest and sorrow without any reason, look within yourself. You'll find that you are connected to some negative thought, and that negative thought is the cause of your unrest and sorrow. Don't be proud of fame. Don't get drunk on success. If you ever get everything from the universe, don't distance yourself from your loved ones. If someone cheats you and you feel happy, remember that the wounds we inflict often don't affect others immediately, but slowly destroy us from within. I haven't seen death, but I imagine it must be beautiful. Those few who meet it leave life behind. Time says to be serious, but the heart says to embrace life with joy. What do you care? What do I care? What does it matter to us? And slowly, it all ends. But when you truly understand, no one is a stranger, and no one is a foreigner. Always save relationships in such a way that sometimes you accept, sometimes you refuse. Sometimes those who smile the most inside are the ones who are broken inside. A beautiful way to show love is to include them in your prayers. Calendars change dates, but one day, a date will come that changes the calendar itself. So, have patience. Time comes for everyone. If someone points out your mistake, be happy, because someone is taking the time to make you better. Sometimes, a person's greatest enemy is their own mind, which keeps dragging up the painful moments of the past. If someone doesn't want a relationship with you, keep yourself away from their life, because time will teach them the value of you, and you will learn the art of patience. Whether it's food or love, if you give too much to someone, they will leave incomplete. Some pain is not truly pain, it is a lesson. People leave their loved ones, but arguments never leave. A big grave can never be as big as the heart. Every day, someone's emotions are buried within. The wounds that heal, remember, were given by those who loved you. When a connection is from the soul, the heart never gets filled. Life is too short for love, yet people waste it on hatred. Death is such a strange thing. The one who made it sold it. The one who bought it never used it. And the one who wore it never knew its worth. Sometimes in life, there's so much to cry about that we don't even know why we are crying. The best way to calm your mind is to learn from what you have or get what you desire. Worry as much as is necessary to achieve your goals, but not so much that it ruins your life. Every person desires peace, yet they don't calm their desires. A single candle can light many candles without losing its own light. Happiness never decreases when shared. I didn't know that there would be a time when my love would change, just like the unpredictable seasons. There's a quality in bad people that makes them helpful in times of trouble. If ever a bad day comes in your life, remember, the day may be bad, but life isn't. If bad times don't come, we'll never find our own among strangers, nor strangers among our own. Time never stops. If today is bad, tomorrow will certainly be better. Only do selfless deeds, for that is the only thing within your control. There are two types of people, one who looks for a reason to stay, and another who looks for an excuse to leave. When anger comes, calm down, because anger may extinguish your inner fire, but will destroy your reputation in society. Stay happy in your own world, because showing happiness in this world can sometimes come at a great cost. In the ocean, storms don't rise as quickly as the jealousy that rises in people's hearts when they see others succeed. Every disease has a cure, every wound has a remedy, but the wounds of the heart and the pain that sits within it cannot be healed easily. The happier you are, the more content you will feel. If you get caught up in trying to make others happy, you will always be silently troubled. You can do 100 good deeds, but no one will acknowledge them. Make one mistake and watch how quickly people will judge you, and you will be remembered as a graveyard for the dead. In the desire to save a relationship, it's acceptable to bend once, but a person should never stoop so low that others begin to perceive you not as a person, but as a mere necessity. Witnessing an argument next door, you may feel relieved, but don't make complaints for tomorrow. For tomorrow the same mess could be at your doorstep, and your neighbors might be laughing too. Find a person who asks about your health, because many will ask about your will and wealth. The person who truly values you is the one who loves you, while the world is only interested in appearances. Sometimes it's better to keep good news to yourself, because not everyone will share your joy. A person is like an ocean. Who knows how many accidents and memories are hidden within them? 3 things are enough to take away peace in life: fake love, selfish friends, and meddling relatives. Sometimes it's better to stay silent because no one really understands, and those who do often twist your words. People often say they don't mind the words of their loved ones, but it's usually the words from them that hurt the most. Once a day, visit the court of your heart, for it is said that no wrong decisions are made there. Whether it's a grand palace or a small hut, wherever you find peace and calm, that is your true home. Ego is necessary when it comes to rights, character, and respect, so gather the courage to stand alone. The world gives knowledge, but does not stand by you. Happiness should be in your destiny, not in pictures where everyone looks happy. Always keep your head high and your character intact. Both good and bad times will come and go. Destiny changes only through hard work, not by sitting idle and thinking. To be happy, learn to stay silent, because happiness doesn't like noise. Life speaks to you every moment. You just need to listen. Relationships are like glass. They hurt when they break. Keep them carefully in your palm, as it takes years to build them and just a second to destroy them. Waking up early is always beneficial, whether it's from sleep, ego, or delusion. The day you understand the difference between needs and desires, you will have matured greatly. Falling into water doesn't take your life. Life is lost when you can't swim. Where there is no hope, there is no room for suffering. Don't worry about life, because you won't be able to escape it. It's foolish to live with those who hurt your heart, and relationships with those who forget respect and decorum will eventually turn to dust. Place your trust in actions, not in words. Words can lie, but actions are silent yet truthful. Stay happy and peaceful. Your sadness may become a joke, but it won't matter to anyone. Eyes hold many dreams, but hearts carry many desires. Once you leave the comfort of a peaceful life, you will discover beautiful new experiences. Never stop dreaming, no matter your age, because a person can fulfill their dreams at any stage of life. Always remember, good times require the endurance of bad times. Time changes only with effort, not by sitting idle. If you've planted the seeds at the right time, your fate will change. Once time passes, it never returns, so use it wisely today, at this very moment. If you waste your time today, you will regret it tomorrow. So make the most of today, grow, and leave a legacy for tomorrow. Even a broken pen can write a new story. Either you commit to your journey, or others will include you in theirs. The mind is like white cloth. Whatever you dip it in, it will absorb the color. Life belongs to those whose arrows of effort remain strong in the quiver of their courage. Make yourself a golden coin, one whose value does not diminish even if it falls in a drain. If you trust yourself in life, you will gain strength, and when you trust others, it becomes a weakness. You can achieve more in life than you think with the thoughts you hold in your heart. Be strong, my friend. The world shows no mercy. No matter how small your desire, it should be big enough to fulfill. Happiness is not found by searching for it, but by sharing it with others. So, spread happiness to others, and your heart will feel just as happy. Share love and debt with those from whom you expect nothing in return. every person has two stories, one that they tell everyone and the other that they keep hidden. There is a unique beauty in remaining silent. The foundation stones never speak. A person's greatest enemy is their own mind, which brings back the moments that cause pain. If someone asks you for something, give it willingly. Be thankful that the Almighty has placed you among those who give, not those who ask. As the crowd grows in the world, people are becoming more isolated. God says, "Forgive everyone before you sleep, and I will forgive you before I rise." The sun is intense in the cities, yet people burn more in the heat of others than in the sun. The peculiar thing about betrayal is that it is freely given with trust. In life, you can either become something or not, but in old age, always be the support for your parents. Speeding up your tongue and thoughts only slows down the pace of relationships. In the garden of relationships, be a relationship like a neem tree, bitter in its lessons, but soothing in times of pain. Speak so bitterly that people spit, but also speak so sweetly that people consume you. Life is short, so live it with laughter, because in the end, only memories remain, not time. Falling is necessary because it shows who holds your hand and who leaves you. Some dreams will inevitably break, but those that don't break afterward are the ones who truly belong to you. Many relationships break because they were built on half-hearted efforts. It is not necessary that a broken person will be seen crying. Some hide their pain behind smiles. Anxiety and stress occur when you give more to others than you do for yourself. Pressures are not felt when they are inside you, but when they are in your body, they leave an impact. Similarly, good thoughts do not live in a phone. They take root in the heart, and that is where life becomes successful. Worries only increase when you worry about them. But silence diminishes worries, patience ends them, and thanking God transforms them into joy. Trust someone so much that you feel guilty when they deceive you, and love someone so much that the fear of losing you always stays in their heart. Someone asked me, "What is meant by change?" I thought, should I give an example of the seasons or of my loved ones? Forget the dream of heaven and the fear of hell. Who knows what is sin or what is virtue? Just don't hurt someone's heart for your own selfish reasons and leave everything else to nature. Stubbornness, anger, mistakes, greed, and insults are like a blanket. They hurt when others do them, but you don't feel them when you do them. Thanks to all the low people who entered my life, I learned from them that I don't want to be like them. The biggest sign of a low person is that the more respect you give them, the more pain they cause you. Over time, everything changes. The fault is not in those who changed, but in those who remain the same. The deceit that lives inside a person is what defines their pride. The deceit outside them is their arrogance. Always appreciate those whose hearts are more beautiful than their faces. Everyone has their own perspective on life. Some express their hearts through their status updates, while others silently speak the truth despite holding the Bhagavad Gita in their hands. It is not necessary that a person who has no breath is dead. A person with no humanity is truly dead. Someone said, "No one should be forced to talk to themselves." The person who values you will talk to you without any reason. Relationships do not crumble because of lack of time, but due to lack of emotional connection. Beauty can be covered up with a good attitude, but no amount of beauty can cover up a bad attitude. How can one build trust on false love for others when your own loved ones are the ones who hurt you? What you have That's what is best for you, even though you may not know it. But the one who gives knows exactly what is best for you. Don't keep relationships in your pockets. Keep them in your hearts, because no thief ever steals from the heart. You may not know what fame others may chase, but in the end, you are always in need of others for your final journey. Don't complain about the world. Change yourself, because it is easier to protect your feet from dirt by wearing shoes than to lay down carpets in every city. Never forget someone's kindness, but also never hold a grudge against someone you've helped. A person's face is often clean, as it is under everyone's scrutiny, but their heart is often dirty, which is under the scrutiny of the Almighty. People say that festivals have lost their charm today, but in reality, it is not the festivals that have lost their charm. It's the behavior of people that has lost its shine. Relationships based on selfishness are like fire. They burn when they are hot and freeze when they cool down. You can steal wealth, but you cannot steal wisdom. Therefore, before making your children wealthy, make them wise first. If you want to bloom like a rose, you must learn to coexist with thorns. Patience and tolerance are not signs of weakness, but the strength of the soul that very few people possess. They say that a stone-hearted person does not cry, but then why do mountains shed tears? Sometimes expressing your pain helps, but many people find joy in others' suffering instead of offering help. No matter who leaves you in times of difficulty, remember that someone who truly cares for you will never ignore you. Life is strange. When you smile, people burn with jealousy, and when you are alone, they start asking questions. If someone ignores you, don't feel bad, because people often ignore things that are beyond their worth. One true wish is to have someone love us deeply, but we often end up breaking ourselves while loving someone. The tears that break from within often silently spill out in the dark of the night. Help is given by those whose hearts are pure. A greedy person forgets even their parents. When something breaks, it hurts, whether it's glass, dreams, or relationships. Some people do nothing but still make others happy, while others, no matter how hard they try, are never appreciated. An individual doesn't speak, their actions speak for them. When time doesn't speak, no matter how much you speak, no one listens. While you are lost in thoughts about past moments, time keeps moving on. The happiest person is the one who understands that no one in this world is truly happy. I learned that dignity and simplicity matter, but approaching people with respect is often misunderstood. God is not only where we pray, but also where we commit wrongs. Judgment is reserved only for the Almighty. Fear doesn't come from a person or even God. They might forgive you, but fear arises from your own actions, because God will not show mercy to one who is not deserving. Karma is the path to liberation, heaven and hell. That's why always keep your actions pure, so you never need to fear. Life passes in strange ways, thinking something, doing something else, and ending up with something completely different. Some people are so poor that they only have wealth to show. We determine our worth. Others can only tell us. Some people only know how to share, not to take. It's better to light a lamp in the dark than to curse the darkness. Once you learn to hide your pain, you learn how to live. That's why I remain unknown to the world, but I'm a human amongst angels. It is said that under the praises of others, there flows a river of intentions. Words can sting, but silences kill. Complaints only last as long as a breath, but later they only bring regret. One's true nature is reflected in their promises. I long to play in the rains, but the childhood companion is long gone. The real life lesson is one we learn without books. That's the essence of life. Some people deceive and never admit their wrongs, while others, even after being deceived, still take responsibility for their actions. Someone once said, "You are so naive, anyone can fool you." Now, how can I explain that while the one who deceives has 2 hands, the one who gives has 1,000? The mind is a beautiful word. If you add N in front, it becomes Namen, salutation. And if you add it behind, it becomes Manen, resolve. Keep saying Namen and Manen in life, and the problems will fade away. Scatter a handful of seeds on the land of hearts. It's the rainy season. Perhaps togetherness will bloom. See you again, friends, in the next video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Write Jai Shri Radhe Krishna in the comments, and always keep smiling. Thank you.